In the United States, the Thanksgiving celebration is coming to an end. The absence of American traders is having a very strong impact on the trading activity and volatility in the financial markets. The fact is that the vast majority of financial flows directly involve American financial institutions, so a day off in the US forces many investors to take a wait-and-see approach. Therefore, from the beginning of the next trading week, we expect the market activity to revive. And we will discuss what news will contribute to this. You are watching the InstaForex TV channel. So next week we'll begin with a flow of data on the consumption figures. Although the era of consumption is coming to an end, it's still consumption that drives the economies of the world's major countries. Notably, the European economy is often based on data from Germany, as the country represents the most advanced country in the region. On Tuesday, the GfK Research Group will release the Consumer Climate Index for December. The forecast assumes a small volume, but one should pay attention to the fact that the value remains in the negative zone. December is the month when economists note the peak of consumer activity, as this is the period when consumers make a lot of purchases on Christmas Eve, prepare gifts and organize Christmas vacations. Therefore, the euro is unlikely to benefit from such a low value of the index. However, there will be no reason to buy the US dollar. In the United States, there will likely be no signs of a rebound in consumption. The Conference Board's consumer confidence indicator is expected to continue to decline to a yearly low. On Wednesday, investors will continue to be active as news of the change in the rate of growth of consumer prices in Australia will be released. Inflation may have slowed in October, but only slightly, to 5.5% on a yearly basis. Such a modest change should prompt the central bank to tighten monetary policy more aggressively and return to raising interest rates. Another question is whether the Reserve Bank of Australia will decide to take such a step, but investors should definitely show their expectations by the Australian currency. In other developed countries, consumer prices are slowing much more rapidly, approaching the target of 2%. In Germany, inflation is expected to fall to 3.7%. In November, according to preliminary forecast, if the forecast comes true, it will be the lowest value since July 2021. This means that the European Central Bank's policy is justified and the period of interest rate hikes will definitely come to an end. By the way, investors showed that in April 2024, the EU regulator may begin to reduce the interest rate, putting pressure on the euro. On Wednesday, there may be reason to buy the US dollar. The advanced estimate of a US GDP growth for the third quarter will be released. The primary data showed that GDP accelerated to 4.9%. If the preliminary data is confirmed, the US dollar may get support. However, the reaction will be muted as all of the optimism that investors associated with the news of an acceleration in the GDP growth rate was priced in during the release of the first estimate. We will monitor the market reaction to the above-mentioned reports. Subscribe to our channel and follow changes in market sentiment with us. Any comments, questions and offers are welcomed. We wish you profitable trading and see you online soon.